Hi everyone, Mrs. Gravenice here. Welcome back. And today we are exploring My Math Chapter 3, Lesson 4, Division Patterns. Students will be able to use basic facts and patterns to divide multiples of 10, 100, and 1000 mentally. All right, so if you can recall back in Chapter 2, when we were multiplying with whole numbers, we used a similar lesson where we were looking at patterns with multiplying numbers. We pulled out basic facts and then we annexed zeros. This lesson is similar, but because we're dividing, there's just a little bit of an extra thing to think about when we're looking at all those zeros. So let's start off with this example. We have 120 and we're dividing it by 3. Now you might think, oh, this is a big number to divide. I have to do long division. But if you look carefully, you don't have to do long division. Because when I look at this, first off, I see a 0 right here in the ones place. So this is a multiple, okay, of 10. And then when I look at the numbers that are not 0, in my dividend, I see 12. My divisor is a 3. 12 and 3, they're part of my fact family. If I think of fact families with division and multiplication, and I have 12 and 3, and I'm dividing 12 and 3, I can think of, well, 3 times what gives me 12? Aha, 3 times 4 gives me 12. So 12 divided by 3 is a basic fact that I can use to help me divide this mentally. And 12 divided by 3 equals 4. So 4 is going to be part of my answer, or my quotient. So we have to be careful with the 0 thing. It's a little different with division. The only 0 is in my dividend. I don't have a 0 in my divisor. So when we are dividing with these patterns and mental math, if there is only one 0 and it's just in, either the dividend or the divisor, then that 0 is going to just transfer into your answer. So I'm going to use this 0 and pull it into my quotient and keep it there, and we call this 40. So 120 divided by 3 equals 40. Okay? But let's see what happens if I keep this similar problem. Okay, I'm still going to keep all of that, but I am going to do this. Okay? So I kept my basic fact the same. I still have the 12 and the 3. So I'm still going to use 12 divided by 3 equals 4 for my basic fact. But now I have a 0 in my dividend and I have one in my divisor. Because we're dividing, not multiplying, we're not going to just say I annex 2 zeros. It's division. Okay, we're dividing these numbers, and when we divide these whole numbers, okay, and the dividend is greater than the divisor, our quotient is going to be less than the dividend. So we're not annexing zeros because that means it would increase. So when we have a 0 in the dividend and a 0 in the divisor, we want to cancel them out. They're going to make a pair and cancel out. So this 0 pairs up with that 0. Okay, they pair up and they cancel out. They go away. That x is not multiplication. That x is cancel out. Goodbye. And then look at what happens. These zeros canceled out. And we're left with 12 divided by 3, which we know equals 4. So my answer, or quotient, is 4. Let's look at another example. I'm going to use that 12 and 3 again. I'm just going to change it a little bit. So I still have a 12, I still have a 3, I have more zeros this time. So my basic fact, this comma, don't let it mess you up because I can always delete that comma. to help us see that we still have 12 and 3. So 12 and 3 is still my basic fact. And we know 12 divided by 3 equals 4. I know 4 is going to be part of my answer. So remember, if you have a 0 in your dividend and in your divisor, what happens? They cancel each other out. So pairs of zeros. 1 0 from here and 1 0 from here can cancel out. They're gone. Bye-bye. But wait a minute. I still have this 0. Is there a pair left over in the divisor? Is there another 0 left to cancel this one out? No. So this one does not get canceled out because it doesn't have a match. So this 0 goes over into my quotient, just like the first example. The zeros have to have a partner to cancel out, and the partner has to be on the other side of the division symbol. Okay, I can't cancel these two out with each other. It has to be on the other side of the division symbol. So 1,200 divided by 30 equals 40. Let's do a few more with a different fact family. Let's take 360 divided by 90. Okay, so first we want to pull out that basic fact, 36 and 9. So you want to think of your times tables and think of, okay, 36 and 9. 9 times what number gives me 36? And if you don't know, you should be looking at your times table chart, listing your multiples. 9, 18, 27, 36. It's a 4. So 360 pardon me. Thank you, if you just said bless you. So 36 divided by 9 is 4. So now let's check in with these zeros. All right, let's see. I have a 0 in my dividend, and I have a 0 in my divisor. They can pair up and cancel out. And that's it. I don't have any other zeros left. So 360 divided by 90 just equals 4. Let's try another one. I'm going to give you one that might have a little bit of a trick here. All right. So 4,000 divided by 50. Just be careful on this one. You can always erase that little comma if it bothers you. And you might say 4 divided by 5. That's not, I can't do 4 divided by 5. You can, it's just a decimal or fraction. But 4 divided by 5 is not one of those basic facts in our fact family. Well, then why is this mental math? Because 40 divided by 5 is a basic fact. Okay, 5 times what gives me 40? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I think I did that wrong with my fingers. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. There we go. It's 8. All right, so I know I have an 8 in my answer. Now be careful. This 0 is used. That 0 was used for my basic fact. So that 0 cannot be used again. There's no double dipping. Okay, this 0 is gone. You can cross it out if you want to. It's dead. So now we want to do our elimination and all of that with our zeros, our pairs. So can I find a pair of zeros to cancel out? I can, right here. There's one in the dividend and the divisor. They can cancel each other out. They're gone. But I still have this 0 left, and that 0 becomes a part of my answer. So I have 4,000 divided by 50 equals 80. All right, I hope you found this video helpful. Stay tuned for the next one. Bye.